So pretty much a day after I made the video talking about the Great Spook event, they decided to put out an update that actually changed out quite a few of the issues I had with it. And I just want to make this video to go over these changes and notably the fact that this event is now much better. So to start off, they made Primal Fears more common. They will spawn after 6 minutes minus 3 seconds for every fear that you have. For awareness, once they are able to be summoned, they will have a 10% chance to spawn for every mob killed. This is the same behavior as pre-patch. There is also extra information about the Great Spook event, your current fear stat, and the cooldown until you can spawn your next primal fear in the tab list. Also on November 1st, they fixed an issue where sometimes this information would overlap with the Crimson Faction quests or fire sale info. They added some extra information about the Great Spook when you join Skyblock. They added buttons to the Vargle milestone menu for giving him candy from your inventory or sacks, and yes, stranded players can do this too. They added a hologram above fear mobs so that you can see who they belong to. They added information in the Alchemist menu for what your primal fear cooldown is. They added information to the Eerie Pets fear creasing perk to display how many primal fears you've killed. They prevented them from spawning in the Rift. They've made it so that the messages that will make the public speaking demon happy will no longer be sent to chat, and they made it so that muted players can complete both that one and also the math teacher gimmicks. Answering 2 math teachers' questions in a row will no longer get blocked by the spam filters, and they fixed Primal Fears being able to be runic or corrupted. They also nerfed the deadline timer from 8 seconds to 5 seconds, fixed receiving double rewards for killing commitment phobias, and fixed an issue regarding Diana Burrows. Finally, they added a special emblem for players that give Vargle 600 dark candy, which I actually think looks really good. Let's head in game and talk about this. Fundamentally, I think many of the changes talked about are going to be really good for this event going forward. Obviously, there was nothing here about making this event last more than once per year, and the fact that we can see it ends in 3 days means that there's a set time limit of 3 days for you to get what you want out of it. But the changes that they made make this event a lot more reasonable for the average player to attain, not only making it a little bit less annoying, but obviously making it a lot more transparent, which I think was the biggest issue here. Actually, I think that this event will actually work much better in the future because of these changes, mostly because of the fact that actually being able to see how much fear you have makes this event way more reasonable. Being able to see the timer makes it way more reasonable. And I think it was a really good change by the admins. The main reason behind me making this video is to go over the admins' triumphs as much as I go over their failures. Yesterday's video, or the day before's, was pretty negative, and I obviously said that because it was a negative video. I didn't really like the way the event was working out. But because they made these changes, and they made really good changes, I want to talk again about how they're putting in an effort. And I really do appreciate about these Skyblock devs that they're pretty positive when it comes to making improvements. They'll never really leave something in a poor state. They'll always go back to it and make improvements, and eventually it'll be good. And I think the same can be said about this event, which I think right now is pretty fun, so I recommend you get in there and try to participate as much as you can. If you don't want to participate and instead want to buy your way to 600, it is now a lot cheaper to do so. The price for Dark Candy has dropped from around 270,000 each to about 170,000 each, although obviously it's going to be fluctuating a little bit. Anyway, my name is Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, because I will see you then.